Hello students, in today's class we are going to discuss about graphical representation of motion. Till now we already finished our theoretical concept related to motion and rest like uniform motion, non-uniform motion, velocity, uniform velocity, average velocity, acceleration, all this. Now this speed, velocity, acceleration we can find with the help of graphical representation. It means now we are going to discuss about the pictorial representation, that is graphical. Let's start. So in graphical representation of motion, first of all see the distance time graph. Now whenever you are plotting the graph, you have to remember one thing, that you have to take two axes. One is your y-axis, another will be your x-axis. So draw x-axis and y-axis. And since this is the distance time graph, so x-axis always used for time. So time axis is represented by x-axis and distance is represented by y-axis. So write down here distance. So first one is your distance time graph is parallel to the time axis. Suppose you get the graph like this way. This is the line which is parallel to the time axis, which is parallel to the x-axis. So by this graph, what we can write? Number one, see here. The distance is not changing with respect to time. See here, if this is the distance, this one is the time, this one is the distance, this one is the time, this one is the distance, this one is the time. Now distance you are getting from this dot. So if you see, for the 3 mark, the dot will be same. But for the time axis, if you see, the 3 dots represent the 3 different time. Like here, suppose 1 second, this is for 2 seconds, this is for 3 seconds. And suppose this one is for 4 meter. Now see, if you see here, if the line is parallel to the time axis, the 4 meter is same for all the 3 time. So what we can say? Means here the distance is not changing with respect to time. So whenever the distance is not changing with respect to time, it means the body is at rest. Yes, first conclusion which can drawn from the graph is the body is at rest. Body is at rest. So whenever in the distance time graph, if the line is parallel to the time axis, it means the body is rest. Now we can find the speed from the graph. So speed is, we can find from the slope of the graph. Slope of the graph. Now slope of the graph means y-axis by x-axis. So first you have to write the measurement of y-axis. Then you have to write the measurement of x-axis. So let's start. So measurement of this one will be your slope of the graph will be y by x. Now if we see here, we can write this one as a slope as a 0. Why slope is 0? Because here y-axis is not changing. Only the x-axis is changing. That is why here the slope is 0. Slope is 0. It means speed is graph. Number one, if the line is parallel to the time axis, then the body is at rest and the slope is 0. Slope is 0 means speed is 0. Speed is 0. Why? Because the body is at rest. So, we have done the first part. Now, see the second part. For the second part, when distance time graph is straight line but not parallel to the time axis, it means your graph is like this. This one is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. X-axis we have to use for time. Write down here time. And y-axis we have to use for distance. Yes, we have to write for distance. Now here it is a straight line but not parallel like this. This is a straight line not parallel to the time axis. This is also straight line but not parallel to the time axis. So if you get this type of graph, so first conclusion is this one is your uniform motion. If the graph is your straight line, then that always represent for uniform motion. Now second, number 2, let's find out the speed. Speed is what? Again, speed is the slope of the graph. So slope means, yes, slope means y-axis by x-axis. So speed is equal to, what is the y-axis here? Distance. Is it? And the x-axis is time. So we got the formula. Speed is equal to distance by time. So slope means y by x, or you can say as a perpendicular by base. Now let's see when we get the values. Okay, when we get the values, like see here. If we have the values like here, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, then 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. So if you want to find the speed for 3 seconds, okay, for 3 seconds, so just give the line here, give the line here. Now find out the slope. Slope means this is your y and this is your x. So here speed will be, now write down the value. What is the value for the distance? Yes, 3. What is the value for the time? 3. Cancel this 3. This is 1 meter per second. So in this way we can find the value of the speed from the graph. Now number 3, when distance time graph is not a straight line. Suppose not a straight line, it means this one is like this way. Okay, it's not a straight line. Not a straight line. So x-axis represent as a time and y-axis represent as distance. Now this is not a straight line. So first conclusion will be the body is in non-uniform. It is in a non-uniform motion. Now second conclusion, you have to find speed. Now you have to find the slope. Now question is that how we can find the slope? Since it is not a straight line, it is a curve. Curve means non-uniform motion. We can find the slope here also very easily. Just draw the tangent at any point like this. Suppose this is 1 second, 2 second, 3 seconds. Suppose you want to find for the 2 second. For 2 second if you want to find, just make a straight line. This line is a line which touch the curve. Then you draw the one triangle. from here. This is the distance. Distance will be, you get from here. So this is your, now complete this triangle. Wait, I'll draw nicely. This one. So here you complete this one and this one. Now here it is your y axis and this is your x axis, this triangle. See, here also we triangle, but for the uniform motion, for non-uniform, just draw the line and complete the triangle. With the help of this tangent, you just draw the triangle. Then you write down the measure. Suppose this measurement is your 8. So speed will be, just see this mark. This one will be, distance will be 8. So speed is equal to 8 by, and see this one, this time will be what? 3. So 8 by 3 meter per second. So in this way we can find the speed for the non-uniform motion. Now see the velocity time graph. Same way, velocity time graph also. Velocity time graph, draw x-axis and y-axis. Time represent as a x-axis and y-axis represent as a velocity. Now here also this is one line parallel to the time axis. So what is the first conclusion? Here velocity is equal to constant. Constant. See, constant means velocity value. Suppose this is 4 meter per second. So the velocity is not changing. Well, whenever the velocity is constant, the acceleration is 0. Acceleration is 0. Now here number 2 conclusion will be again slope. Here the slope of the graph is given the acceleration. Again this one will be y by x. Since here the y-axis is not changing, so we can write as a acceleration as 0. So first conclusion for this graph, velocity time graph, when the line is parallel to the time axis, velocity is constant. Constant means not changing. Then acceleration will be 0. Acceleration 0, it means if you find the slope from this graph, then again the acceleration will be 0. Now number B, when the velocity time is straight line but not parallel to the time axis, like this, x-axis, y-axis. Now again see, this is the line which is straight line but not parallel. So here the acceleration you have to find. So suppose this is 4 meter per second. You take this one as a 2 seconds suppose. So what will be the first conclusion? First conclusion will be here again it is a uniform motion. Uniform motion or uniform accelerated motion also you can say. Then number 2, slope. Slope will give as the acceleration. That is your y by x. Now what is your y? Y is your velocity and x is your time. So velocity is how much? 4 meter per second. Time is how much? 2 seconds. So this one comes as a 2 meter per second square. It means if you draw the velocity time graph, then by finding the slope, you will get acceleration. If you draw the distance time graph, then by finding the slope, you will get velocity. Now this is a straight line going up. So this type of acceleration is called positive acceleration. Now for the negative acceleration, I am drawing here, just see here, negative acceleration. Suppose your graph is like this. It means velocity is decreasing. This is velocity. This is time. So velocity is decreasing. The line is decreasing. It means acceleration, your slope is equal to acceleration, which is negative acceleration. You can write as a retardation. Again here you have to find that this one also, this is, if you find from here, This one will be get as a retardation. The slope will give as a retardation. Take the value 6 meter per second, or this is 3 seconds suppose. So 6 by 3, which is equal to 2 meter per second square. It means increasing line in a velocity time graph will give you acceleration, positive acceleration. Then decreasing line in the velocity time graph gives you retardation. Now the last one, when velocity time graph is a curve. So for curve, same way, this is your velocity, this one is your time. Now this is curve. So in a curve, again you have to draw the tangent like this. Okay, tangent and complete the triangle. And so this one will be your non-uniform motion. This is your non-uniform motion. Slope will be same. Slope will be your acceleration. That is your y by x. That one will be your s. That is your velocity divided by time. Same way. So in this way we can represent the motion in graph. And this is very important. If you understand this completely, then only you can derive the equation of motion by graphical method. Now one more thing in the velocity time graph is that if you find the area, okay, suppose close this figure. So you will get one rectangle, is it? This is the rectangle. So find out the area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle is what? Length into breadth. So length is your velocity, breadth is your time. So velocity into time. Velocity into time is what? Distance. Yes, distance. So very important. If you are finding the area covered by the velocity time graph, that one will give you distance. Okay, that one give you distance. Similarly for here also, if you find the area of this triangle. So what is area of triangle? Area of triangle is your half into base into height. So this is half into base will be what? Base is your here time and height will be your what? Velocity. So if you solve this one will be give you what? Distance. It will give you distance. So if you find the area covered by the velocity time graph, that one give you the distance. So if you get the graph like this, I'm rubbing this one. I'm rubbing. So if your graph is like this, suppose it is not in here, it means this is initial velocity is 0. But suppose initial velocity is not 0, your graph is something like that. This one will be the time, this one will be the velocity. So if you find the area covered by this, now what is this figure? This figure is your trapezium. So area of trapezium is equal to half into sum of the parallel side into height. So this is half into, if you write this one A, B, C, and this is D, suppose O, okay. So half into sum of parallel side will be what? AO plus BC into height will be your again BC. This is, sorry, height will be your OC. Height will be your OC. So this one will be your distance. It is giving you the distance. Okay. Now here you can use one more formula. That one. What is the formula? If you divide this figure like this, so this one will be your what? Triangle. So area of triangle plus area of rectangle. So this is again give you what? Distance. I mean to say, if you find the area covered by the velocity time graph, whatever it be. It may be triangle, it may be rectangle, or it may be trapezium, or it may be the combination of triangle and rectangle. If you find the area, that one always give you distance. So for the graph, very important 2 point. Number one is slope and another will be your area covered by the graph. Area covered by the graph you have to use only for the velocity time graph, not for the distance time graph. So what's your work? You have to write like this. Okay, whatever I have written on the board, the same thing you have to write in your physics copy in short. You can take help of your textbook, no problem, but the whatever I have used here, that everything you have to write in your physics copy. So after writing this, you have to send me in my WhatsApp number. Thank you.